biology, um, and take a stand. Yeah. I guess you could go right into the next one. Would be gender roles. Um, a man, a high value man, or even person in general, will ask themselves, what is the best gender role, that can create harmony with a man and a woman, and not necessarily doing like what society says, but doing what actually works. How do men and women actually want to behave naturally, and then trying to figure out what that how that looks. You don't want to be, as a man, you don't want to be operating from a gender role that does not really go with your neurology as well as it could. So thinking about that, I don't know what that means to you, but you should be thinking about it. Maybe it means that you know a man thinks more about finances than a woman. Maybe I don't know. It's really up to you, but you should be thinking about, okay, what should I be doing as a man, that is particular to men. All right. Um, Dang, it's getting long, but stay with me. Stay with me. Uh, where are we? Where are we? Um, oh, we're gonna go into the next one. I would say number 14, I believe we're at, is safety. Um, a man who is responsible should be thinking about safety. Uh, you should be thinking about how to keep other people safe, how to keep your family safe. I can't tell you the amount of times that I, shot BB guns with kids um, with other kids growing up, where they just literally had no sense of like gun safety. Like my dad taught me like good gun safety. I knew to never point the barrel or even put the barrel past anything that you don't want to shoot. Um, and I feel like a lot of these kids, they just don't have that. Even people in general, they just don't have like gun safety. They're just not very safe in general. I've just seen people doing dumb things, like people who are old enough to know, like for example, that you should not be lighting a firework like in your hand and then throwing it like something that's big enough to like blow your fingers off. And I don't understand why that should be a thing, but if you're a responsible man, you should be thinking about safety. um you should understand, uh yeah, basic things, like to not, I don't know how to explain it, but to not accidentally hurt yourself or other people. um yeah, understand that. Where are we at? Teen, um I'll just go with another one. So I guess you could say, fashion style. You want to dress kind of well, and I think typically that falls into this area of classical style. Like even going towards suit and tie. I just bought a suit and tie recently. I'm waiting on it, and I'm gonna try to get it tailored. But at the very least, you could be wearing like some suit pants and some loafers. You can wear a t-shirt maybe, but try to be thinking towards that. Like streetwear is kind of creative and stuff, but I don't know. Does that really put you in the mindset of being a responsible man? I'm not really sure. Uh, it doesn't feel very fatherly to me, or like a responsible man would wear streetwear. But I guess if that's your hobby, it's okay. I mean, hip hop culture I think is cool. So, but I generally would say going towards classics. Um, be uh, mindful of things like fabrics. What's the best quality fabric, and just how tailoring works. Definitely use tailoring, because cutting your clothes to a certain dimension can really do a lot. Take your stuff to the tailor. There's different lengths of pants that you can do, like learn about quarter breaks. that your pants don't break at the ankle. There's all sorts of little things like that that you should be mindful of, and kind of learn this old kind of gentleman culture as far as dressing. Um, okay, let's keep going. Hope I'm not missing anything. Um, I think as far as the going back to talking about how to interact with your enemies, I think there's another related topic, which is basically to practice befriending and talking to people whom you don't believe they have anything to offer you. I know that that sounds kind of harsh, but if your brain tells you like, okay, this person doesn't have anything to offer me, like they're a homeless person or they're completely into different things than you are, practice befriending them, like at least be able to have a conversation, have the discipline to be able and patience to be able to talk to somebody who you don't relate to or you don't feel has much to offer you. Um like chatting with a homeless person at a bus stop or something like that. Like if you know if you're like a high value man, you know that you got to talk to everyone, you got to learn from everybody. You shouldn't just be talking to some people, you got to talk to everyone if you want to be learn and yeah, open your mind. um oh, you should care about community. That goes into another part, at least generally. Like if you see there's some volunteer event in your neighborhood, like you should at least care about it a little bit, at least consider going. If your schedule is open, go pick up trash with your neighbors, meet your neighbors, say hi to your neighbors when they walk by. um, Keep things a little bit old school. You got to know your neighbors. You may need them, they may need you. I guess I could also go with saying like live next to your family members if you can. Like if you can live in the same general area as them or city, you should. Like if you need them, like they'll be there, and they can help you through your marriage or whatever, watching your kids when you have them. uh you should care about stuff like that. um okay, this might be one of the last ones, but I would say to care about passing on culture. This could be things that your parents taught you, quotes that you heard along the way, things that you learned from your heroes. Maybe you had a um, athlete, or your childhood hero may have been an athlete. Maybe they said something in an interview that always stuck with you. Pass that on. Pass that on to your kids. Pass on the food that your parents cooked for you, like those recipes. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to care about the future. Like pass on any wisdom that you learned. Uh, yeah, I think that they're like if you are like a high value person, like you care about conserving certain cultures, certain conserving certain parts of culture, and yeah, passing it on. Um, let's see. I'm almost done here. Uh, I guess. Oh, I saw the one little thing that I didn't mention as far as finances. That can be like, buying items that are durable. You should be willing to spend more to get something better. That's at least my philosophy. If you got to spend more to buy a durable car that will last a long time, then do that. Whether appliances or tools or anything in your house, if you got to spend more to get something better, then save that up and do that. That's my philosophy on that. Uh, hmm. I guess you could say self sufficiency should also be in there too. Like you should be willing to how to explain it. Be willing to at least try to fix things yourself. If something breaks in your house, it would be a good idea to practice at least seeing if you can fix it, see if you can YouTube something. You want to be somewhat self-sufficient. Use your muscles for something other than just going to the gym. Use your mind, see if you can accomplish something yourself. Yeah, I don't know what else I would mention. If there's anything else, drop it in the comments. I'm gonna try to write a whole list in the description, so I'll drop that below of everything that I said. Yeah, we're gonna be people not of this generation. You know, if you need to do something, you know, you don't always got to set the standard of this generation. You can do what you want if you feel it's best for you at the age that we're at. If you're in your 20s or whatever age you're at. Yeah, we're gonna bring it back to older times, you know, if those times existed. Didn't live in the 50s or the 60s or 40s or anything, but I imagine that some of these values are on there. Yeah, I guess one more thing that comes to mind, I would say, is like refining your taste in things. Like, you know, if you only like interested in like very electronic, like pop music, you know, maybe you're missing out. Like maybe jazz is actually an amazing experience, but you haven't learned how to appreciate it. Like you got to learn how to refine your taste in things. And like maybe if you're looking at someone older who likes something else, like something that you don't really know how to appreciate yet, whether it's a certain type of alcohol or something that just seems more complex, or like something that an old man would like, you should probably start thinking, okay, maybe over time I need to refine my taste to match those things, because there's a reason why certain people who are really far into things like learning about music theory or maybe like I had said before, drinking alcohol, they can drink things that other people find nasty, like, you know, like straight up just drinking whiskey on the rocks, like, or, you know, people have these tastes that are refined. And I think you should understand, like, you don't want to go your whole life only being able to appreciate like trap music. Like, you kind of got to evolve, at least understand why people have tastes that they do. Yeah. All right. We're going to peace out. It's time to go to bed. If you made it this far, you're a trooper on my channel. And drop a comment if you made it this far. That would be sick to hear. And drop a like. I hope you subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Real quick, I want to add one more thing in, and that's that I believe, you know, any kind of high value man or woman who really cares about themselves, their future, will consider how you know, certain types of romantic relationships could potentially affect their future, could potentially affect their emotional and mental health, and such as casual sex. I mean, we don't really know like the effects, you know, of that. Maybe it's right when people say that you know, it decreases your ability to pair bond later in life, you know, to bond with a partner in marriage. It's hard to say, like, we don't really exactly know the consequences. So like, you should really be thinking about, okay, you know, how does each type of relationship set me up for the future? Like, if I'm thinking about a serious finding a serious girlfriend, like, for example, thinking about finding a serious girlfriend or a boyfriend, or are you, you know, marriage oriented, or are you just doing like some, you know, sex without committing emotionally to the person while looking for a serious relationship elsewhere? Or are you just, you know, trying to kind of have some fun and see if it turns into a serious relationship? Like, think about the effects of it, because in society a lot of we're being told like sexual freedom, as long as it's, you know, consensual, it's fine. But you have to think past that. Okay, maybe that's not right. Maybe it's not, you know, scientifically accurate what they say. You know, as long as it's they say as long as it's consensual, you know, and both people are of age, then it's healthy. But I don't know, maybe that's just a pop culture saying. Like, you gotta really think about, you can't just trust, you know, pop culture sayings. Oh, if it's consensual, it's okay. You know, you can't necessarily trust that. So you gotta think for yourself, and really question, okay, maybe sex is a really powerful thing and it can cause different effects. Not only, you know, STDs and unwanted pregnancies, but really think maybe there's some effects that you don't even know, that we're just all blind to. So be careful.